holiday shirts were questionable in nature. I pushed the edge yesterday with one that I'll show you today. It basically was a line from the great Christmas movie called Die Hard. Yeah. So, anyway, here we are. It's before the DC show. I'm getting some things ready to go. I'm putting a few things together, making sure things look the way I want them to look, taking care of some stuff for the rest of the world. And then I'm about to post this one question to my personal Insta because it has to do with some other things that are going on. And I just want to kind of get your take on it. And once I put that up, I'll put that up. It'll be up, and then it'll be up. And make sure it's up. Yeah, so I screwed something up. I got to redo it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. It's the worst when you have to redo a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, now it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and download this. Download. Create public view link. Copy. Now let's go like this because we didn't put any animation in it. Oh, all the things we do behind the scenes sometimes, which you guys don't really see, which I got to be honest, they're kind of like the stuff that makes the magic happen at times. You know what I mean? The sauce behind the. It's sometimes sloppy. It's messy. It's a messy process. It's sometimes not a process everybody agrees on. Sometimes you go along to get along. Sometimes you just do what you do. It is what it is. But it's a process. I guess that's what it is. It's a process. I don't need no apps and no app store. I don't need to go incognito. I need you to give me my post. Save as. Export. EPS file. Why can't you just be simple? I don't need you to be any of that. Save as. Not that. I was trying to save it as something that shouldn't save it as. Technology. And that's just this studio. Someday they'll all work the right way. Someday. Then there's that. Then there's that. Then there's. All right, I'll put this up on my Insta now so you can see it. Then you can comment away on it. All right. There you go. Whoops. I know. So you're watching me work. It's got to be so enthralling. It's got to be the most boring thing you've watched all day. I apologize for that. Hang on, here we. So. Let's delete that. We'll get back to it in a minute. Why not? We got time. Why rush it when you can do it in the other studio and take your time and get it right? You know what I mean? Too many times in life we rush things. Too many times I think in life we try to push things to a limit and then we end up cutting corners because we're rushing things. These can be things that happen because of fire drills. They can be things that happen because of crises. They can be last minute. What do we do now? Why did this happen? Sort of a thing. You just kind of have to go with it, I guess. Not that it's always easy to go with, but it's one of those things where you just kind of have to go with it and hope that everything else, works itself out. Because sometimes it does, more oftentimes than not, it does, but sometimes it doesn't. And, regardless though, if it doesn't work out, to me, that's still a growth experience. You know what I mean? To me, that's still something that means something. To me, that's some people might call it a failure, but to me, it's actually finding success in what some people might think is a negative space. And that happens, I think, when we rush, we make mistakes that put ourselves in a negative space. And so by taking 2 or 3 steps ahead, you're like, okay, I'm cool with that, you know, except for this last week with fantasy football. That's a different story for a different time. In fact, that's a different video for later on today or something. I don't know. But we have to have a conversation because my league, first of all, I will give mad props to my opponent this week. I won't even look at the score from this week because I refuse to believe this week happened. Basically, it wasn't a good week. And I refuse to look at it because to me, it wasn't a good week. And if it's not a good week, then why would I want to go and remind myself that it wasn't a good week? You know what I mean? And it should have been a good week. I mean, I left 2 players on the bench who showed up this week. Then the people that started that should have shown up this week didn't show up this week. But that's a different story anyway. At least I don't have Deshaun Watson anymore. Screw him. I was talking to somebody last night. I was talking to my boss last night about fantasy football. And she traded Deshaun Watson a day before his injury. I'm like, dude, that is just mean. I'm like, that's not just mean, that's cold. That dude, whoever you traded him to, got 36 hours with Deshaun Watson. If that, barely 36 hours. You got a game out of him. 1 game. Deshaun Watson. Don't even get me started. I think I picked up some just, barely a QB2 for that bye week just to get by. I'll pull up all those stats. We can go through it when I get home. I have some stuff to do with Kyla after the show today, which is very important, I think, for our little family. So I won't be online until later on today to finish some stuff up. But nonetheless, there's some fantasy moves that probably need to be made, and I probably need to make them sooner rather than later. But I refuse to even look at my fantasy team this morning because I'm that pissed off at it. Anyway, I hope you're well. Questions for me? Drop them below. Comments? Drop them below. Like and subscribe. If you do, I might send you one of my Taylor Swift autographed red CDs. I found a bunch of them that I forgot that I bought. You think I'm kidding? I'll post a photo. I was going to sell them on eBay, but you know what? Maybe I'll give some to some followers. I don't know. Why not? I don't need rules to do that, do I? Because I'm technically doing it on my own. Maybe my LLC should write some rules. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. 4:27. So I better meander my way over to the I better chug a lug over to the studio. I want to get yelled at this morning. No games of gotcha on a Wednesday. Is today Wednesday? I guess today's Wednesday. I hope you're well. I'll talk to you later today, okay? If you need me for anything, find me. You know where I is. Here I is.